Hi Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your April 16th to the 30th, 2019, that's 2019, reading for you on finance and career. Now, I ask that you guys give this video a thumbs up. Also, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. This is the way you let YouTube know that you're appreciating the content that I'm putting up. And I want to thank each and every one of you, whether you are new or old to this channel, for all your support. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I wouldn't be here without you. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you would like to book a private reading with me or donate to my channel, all that information is going to be pinned to the top of the comment box below. So it's going to be the very first comment below. It's going to have all the links. You can also see what cards I use there. It'll have all links to everything, pretty much. All right, so let's see, Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, what April 16th to the 30th, 2019 has in store for you. That's 2019 for finance and career. Cancer, April 16th to the 30th, finance and career. Cancer, April 16th to the 30th, finance and career. Cancer, April 16th to the 30th, 2019, finance and career. April 16th to the 30th, finance and career. Cancer, April 16th to the 30th, 2019, finance and career. April 16th to the 30th, Cancer, finance and career. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. April 16th to the 30th, finance and career. Cancer, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Oh, goodness, okay. So that's where the cards fell. So that's where Spirit wants me to stop. At the center of everything is the King of Wands. Now, that's what we want to see. Well, that's what I want to see in a career reading. I want to see Wands because that's your career. I want to see Pentacles. That's finances. That's what you value as much as money. Swords is knowing your mind, knowing what it is that you want. You're going through a bit of a winter here. You're learning things with the page. You have the Four of Swords here, the Page of Swords here. The Devil card, now this is also Capricorn energy. This is a time frame of December 22nd to January 19th. The Queen of Pentacles right here. So this, you're having an awakening towards career, towards your finances, towards what it is that you want. You take a leap of faith. You're breaking chains that have been holding you back. And that's it. There's a soulmate connection. Now, when I say soulmate connection, I know, oh goodness, let me move my camera just a little bit. And I do apologize for the bit of an earthquake that you guys are going to be experiencing. Okay, cool. So when I say soulmate connection, it doesn't have to mean love. All right. Soulmate connection is also anybody whose soul resonates with your soul. So what I have here is a soulmate connection when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your work, and the way that you're moving forward. The Seven of Cups, visualize what it is that you want. The Eight of Pentacles, this is going to be the last half of April is going to be a time of 15 days of hard work, of dedication, of really creating what it is that you want, really being focused on it. And there, I love this line. I love this line right here. You're standing in your power, you're standing in your prosperity, and you're saying, I am able to do this. I am able to go after things. I know what it is that I want, and no one is holding me back. All right, so that is absolutely amazing. Okay, we're going to do the fairy guidance cards. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Cancer, April 16th to the 30th, 2019, finance and career. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. This one here, wisdom. Show me clearly, show me clearly. April 16th to the 30th, Cancer, finance and career. This one, meditation. So those are your fairy guidance cards, wisdom and meditation. And show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Cancer, April 16th to the 30th, finance and career. Show me clearly. Right here. Rejuvenation. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. This one here. Determination. Oh, I love it. You're in the zone. You are. You're really focusing on things, knowing what it is that you want, knowing what it is that you desire. All right, give me a moment. All right, here we go. So your first card is Rejuvenation. Now, this is teal, so this is making me focus on the throat chakra. So focus for the last half of April on cleansing, healing. Focus on the throat chakra, which is going to help to move you forward to where it is that you want to be. That's your fifth chakra. Okay, rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit with a fresh and renewed approach to life. So you are really focusing on things. You're focusing on where it is that you want to be, on what it is that you want to achieve. There's a sense of having this energy come to you, and it's moving you forward. And then we have determination. Now here, I'm focusing on the blue. So the blue is your third eye chakra. So awakening that third eye, cleansing that third eye so that you're seeing things clearly is going to be very important to you. Right? If you see the blue right here. Determination is the power within to keep you from giving up on your dreams. So for some of you, Cancers, you're going to be sitting there, you're going to be questioning things, questioning how to move forward, questioning where you're going, questioning what you're doing. Do not let yourself question yourself right out of your success. Right? Be determined, focus on your dreams. The fairies here are saying embrace your wisdom, right? Your divine inner wisdom is always available to you. Absolutely. Absolutely, the fairies are saying right there that your divine inner wisdom is what's going to guide you forward, what's going to help you move towards your success. Meditation. Right? I love this. This makes me think of it's just so beautiful. Okay? Meditation will bring you clarity of mind and a sense of inner peace. Meditation. Makes me think of those beautiful Spanish dresses that you would see back in history. I love it. Right? At the center of everything, Cancer, you are focused on your career. You're focused on where you're going. You're thinking of transforming things, transforming yourself a bit, looking at things differently. But you have a kingly energy to you for these 15 days. Embrace it. Embrace it. And when I say kingly energy, I mean that you are focused on how you want to move forward, on what it is that you desire. You are going through a transformation. And I say that because of the salamander right there. In alchemy, salamanders are a sign of transformation. You are transforming yourself to where it is that you want to be, to what it is that you desire. The wands for me also signify your inner power. This is your inner divinity. And by that, I don't mean, your inner magic. So I mean your inner divinity. I know I said that twice now, but it is the God's head hidden within you that is going to lead you forward. And that's why you need that determination not to give up on your dreams. That's why you're having that rejuvenation of spirit and you're being told to meditate, to call forth your inner wisdom. That's all because you are embracing your power, you're embracing what it is that you want, and you're letting nobody hold you back. You might even find that a fire sign energy, an Aries, a Leo, a Sagittarius, helps you move forward to embrace what it is that you desire in your workplace, in your career. Now, this can be in a very positive way for some of you, but for others of you, it can be in a very negative way. And I know that you're going to sit there and say, how can they help me move forward, Dane, if it's negative? Well, sometimes you just have that person that crawls under your skin that makes you think, oh yeah, you think I can't do this? Watch me. It's like a pearl being made. A pearl is so valuable, and it is made by a piece of sand going into a clam's mouth, and that piece of sand irritates that clam to no end, and it puts mucus around it and mucus around it. And I know this is gross, but it covers it with this mucus to protect it from the irritating properties of the sand. And then all of a sudden, this valuable pearl is made. So that can be for some of you, this fire sign energy is around you, kind of pushing you forward, making you claim your power because you don't want to hear them anymore. You don't want to be putting up with their way of doing things. You know what you need to do. You're embracing your soul. You're embracing your passion. You are moving forward in your determination, and nothing is going to stop you. You also, again, have this kingly energy right here. You also have queenly energy to you, which is kind of I see queens more as this quiet determination, this, oh yeah, you think I can't do this, watch me. But kings, you stand tall, you stand firm, everybody can see you. And that is one of the beautiful things about April 16th to the 30th for you Cancers is that people are going to be taking notice that you are claiming your power and you are moving forward. Now, what's really funny here is that you're crowned with the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is feeling as if you don't know what you're doing at times. So when you are moving forward in your truth, when you are moving forward in your power, you are going to have times and moments where you question the life out of yourself. You're going to be sitting there and saying, am I doing the right thing? Do I know what I'm doing? Do I know what I want? Because you're going through a bit of a winter here. You have your armor on because you feel as if you take it off, everything's just going to fall apart. Well, having your armor on is fantastic. And I'm not telling you to take your armor off and just trust everybody and everything like that, because I view that as something that is kind of unsafe to do, because no matter, even if you have the most noble of intentions, you cannot control what other people are thinking, what other people are going to say about you. And when you leave yourself to be completely open and you release your armor, which you learn to put on throughout existence, throughout just plainly living, you can find that you get really hurt, really scarred. So I'm not telling you to take off your armor, but what I am telling you here is that keeping it on so tightly is keeping you from connecting to your spirit guides, from the inner wisdom. That's why your fairies are telling you to embrace your inner wisdom, and to do so through meditation, through calming your body, mind, and spirit, because there is this barrier here between you and the connection from your angels, from the divine, from higher sources, forces, to be able to move you forward to what it is that you want. So by just finding a place of peace, finding a time of peace, and also being able to sleep well, being able to rejuvenate yourself, is going to move you forward in the direction of your life that you really want. But this is something you're going to be kind of battling with during these 15 days. It's not a bad battle. It's an inner battle that's going to be kind of wanting to keep you in a place that is not where you want to be anymore. And you have to tell yourself, you know what, I'm not this anymore. I'm not here. I am succeeding. I am achieving. The past, that's the past. It happened in order to shape you, in order to move you forward, in order to let you know what you can overcome and who it is that you are. So don't forget that, because you're going through this winter here, and when you awaken, it'll be a beautiful spring. And this is actually a nymph who is in hibernation, and when she awakens, she's going to be this beautiful woman who, goes through the forest and is just absolutely enchanting. That's the spirit that is awakening within you, an enchantment towards what it is that you want. Okay. Now, it can be in a very big way, and it can be in a very small way. I don't want everybody to think that, oh my gosh, these 15 days are going to be absolutely amazing. They can be very small 15 days that, and by small, I mean, not one big thing. I call them a firework life, one big thing after another after another. That's exhausting. And the people who have that life, I mean, that's fantastic. But personally, it's overwhelming. And yeah. So what I'm seeing here is you claiming your power, and I'm seeing it more as a quiet thing for you, Cancer. Claiming your power, claiming what it is that you want, people taking note of you. And for some of you, yes, it will be a firework 15 days, one big thing after another, because we see this beauty coming in right here in this line, and we see this claiming of power and taking these chances and people taking notice of you. But it is also saying here that as you claim this power and as you move forward, it can just be being content within yourself, content within your life choices. There's a sense here of a air sign energy. This is a Gemini, a Libra, and Aquarius. You're going to be getting messages, most likely from an air sign energy, but it can be from somebody who's just very much lives in their own head, who's very smart, who's somebody that you trust. And they're going to be giving you messages, and they're actually going to wind up being divine messages, spiritual messages. And it's not going to be that they come to you kind of like a guru and say, this is what you need to do. It's going to be something very subtle, very, in alignment with what you're going through at that moment. But it's going to have a big impact. So keep your ears and keep your heart open. This is going to be something tangible. It's also saying here that your connection with the spirit realm is kind of opening up. And your determination to move forward is going to happen as you listen to your heart, listen to what it is that the divine and the spirit realm is telling you, because horses could walk between the fairy world and the earthly plane. So I take the fairy world as being the spirit realm in Welsh mythology. This is all based off of Welsh mythology. So these are the Llewellyn tarot cards. So walking between the spirit realm and the earthly plane here is this horse that is right over your shoulder. So it's guidance, it's understanding. And know that magic comes through animals, especially when we talk about ancient Welsh tales, right? Magic, animals, the earth were such an integral part of their mythology, all right? And of all mythologies, pretty much. So what we have here is you being divinely guided and listening to what it is that your soul wants and what it is that you know within your mind. There's also a student energy around the Page of Swords, because pages are messengers, pages are students, pages can also be the youth, okay? Pages were often children, very young, noble children, noble boys, put into service to be able to send messages and learn tasks on their way to knighthood. So what this is also is a sense of learning where you stand within your mind, making some major decisions, and knowing what it is that you want truly, honestly, and deeply within yourself. There is going to be guidance that comes from an air sign, a Gemini, a Libra, and Aquarius, but it can also be that this knowledge right here, okay, that this knowledge that comes in, for a lot of you, it has this effect to break the chains that have been holding you back. Now, this is a Capricorn energy. The Devil card, the horned one here in the Llewellyn Tarot deck, represents the Devil card in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. So what this Devil card is saying here is to connect with nature, to connect with your higher self, to connect with what it is that your soul wants. And you see how he's sitting there in meditation on the rock, and you see how there's light under the rock? So there's light within darkness that is going to be embraced as you move forward, obtaining what it is that you want in your finances and in your career. There's something that has been holding you back. It's something here that involves wearing your armor, not feeling safe and secure. You're knowing this truth more, and now you're breaking these chains. And it can be that you break the chains completely and you feel as if you can soar to the very, top of the world. Or, yeah, you can kind of, okay, it's saying that you feel like you can soar like Icarus. And if you don't know who Icarus was in Greek mythology. He was Daedalus's son, and they were imprisoned, and Icarus flew, but he flew too close to the sun, and the wings that his father made were held together by wax. And his father said, don't fly too close to the sun. But he was so thrilled with being free that he wanted to soar, he wanted to rise as high as humanly possible. And the wax on his wings wound up melting, and he wound up falling into the ocean. Daedalus, who was older and wiser than his son, he didn't fly so high. And he wound up getting to safety. And what I'm saying here, and what I'm seeing with the Devil card here, is that as you embrace your inner wisdom, as you move forward and sit in kind of meditation with yourself, and if you don't like meditating, going for a walk, connecting with nature in some way to recharge your battery, embrace what it is that you want, it's going to help you move forward in your truth. As you do so, you're going to find that you understand what it is that you want more, and you're going to feel this elation that's going to want you to rise really, really fast. But if you fly too high, okay, if you don't kind of pace yourself, you're going to be like Icarus. The wax on your wings is going to melt and everything's going to kind of fall. So that's what I'm seeing here as a warning. Now, this Capricorn energy here, we have an earth sign energy here. This is a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, strongly leading towards the Capricorn here. You are embracing your power as you break these chains. So financial and career prosperity are coming, but you have to stay true to yourself. You have to stay true to what it is that you want. There's also a limitation that has been holding you back that is going to start to fall away. As it does so, and also right here we go into the earth sign energy. There's a strong earth sign presence here that's going to help you move forward to where it is that you want to be. But you have to take that leap of faith in yourself. This is not at all telling you to quit your job, run away, join the circus, or anything like that. What it is saying here is to start believing in yourself, because this winter that I'm seeing crowning everything is saying that there is a block that has been happening, that has been holding you back, that has been keeping you from connecting with your higher source, with your higher self, and has been keeping you back from claiming the passion that you have for where it is that you want to be, and keeping you back financially from where it is that you want to be. So as you claim this power, I'm not saying that, there's going to be a windfall that happens, but I am saying that you start to move closer and closer to your true calling, to what it is that you want to be, to where it is that you want to be, and to the success that you know is rightfully yours. The Queen of Pentacles here represents an earth sign, a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn. We're leaning strongly towards the Capricorn energy here. This is also a time frame of December 22nd to January 19th. So here, this is kind of a year line. And I know that sounds really funny, but you're going to see for a lot of you that by the Capricorn time frame of December 22nd to January 19th, you're claiming your power more, and people are taking more and more notice of you. That does not mean that they're not going to take notice of you now, but keep in mind that if you keep on this path of claiming your power, walking in your truth, and believing in your prosperity, that by the end of December, beginning of January, you're going to see yourself in a different place. And that place is going to be one of more security, of more comprehension, of more strength within yourself. So the Queen of Pentacles here is crowned by love. As a Cancer, you need to have your emotions in it. If your emotions aren't part of what you're doing, if you're not passionate about what you do, you're going to find that it's very draining. So even if you don't love your job, because you're not always going to, and sometimes it is just simply a paycheck. Even if you don't love your job, love what you're doing with your money. Love the financial freedom that you're getting. And if you're not getting financial freedom, start looking at how you want to move forward, of where you want to be. Start making a plan. Because as you're embracing your power and as you're embracing what you want, you're going to see that you need to take a leap of faith. Now, for some of you, this is a leap of faith in believing in your ideas, in believing in your work, not simply, saying to other people, oh, what do you think? And taking their ideas to mean more than yours. During these 15 days, you're really taking that leap of faith on yourself, saying, I'm worth it. I'm worth it. I know what I want. I know what I need. I know how I want to move forward in my life. And now I'm starting. For those of you who aren't happy in your career, the fact that you have here this soulmate connection, which can mean some of you are going to have fantastic business partners that come in who you start working with and you just click with this person. You guys understand each other financially, logically. It's this business connection where you sit there and you think, wow, that's amazing. Now, it can be a business partner for some of you. For others of you, it can be a colleague that you really click with. And this is also saying that for others of you, this is a falling into alignment with the masculine and feminine aspects of yourself. To sit there and know that it is through strength of conviction, but also determination of spirit and kindness and love that you start to move forward to where it is that you want to be. But you have to take that leap of faith to embrace the finances that you want, to embrace the way that you're moving forward. This is all about believing in yourself. The last half of April, these 15 days, are all about believing that you can move forward, that you can achieve your goals. It will take time. I am not saying that this will happen overnight. I mean, you have the 8 of Pentacles right here. It's going to be hard work. You have to believe it. You have to see it. You have to know it, and you have to claim it. Because if you don't, you're going to find that this winter that crowns everything, this time of doubt, this time of needing to step back, this time of not resting and not taking care of yourself will take over all of April, okay? Or at least the last half of April, and will keep you back from having this beautiful line of prosperity, of determination and passion, of breaking free from what has held you back in the past, letting go of the ego to claim your power. And I know that it sounds funny to say let go of the ego and you claim your power, but the Devil card also warns against addiction. And I don't count addiction just as, drugs, sex, and rock and roll. It is anything that holds you back from your truth, from your calling, that keeps you from achieving your goals. And if you put it that way, then the devil is part of everybody every day. And why the devil is so important, why the horned one is so important, is it's connecting with the earth, it's connecting with what you want, but it's also saying here to let go of what isn't bringing prosperity, joy, and happiness into your life. And as I said before, it isn't quitting your job and, thinking that if you change that, you'll be able to change everything that's happening. Because if you've ever noticed that if you walk away from something that's bad, if you haven't confronted it, if you haven't taken the power over it, right, and claimed it and usurped it, you're going to find that it follows you. It's going to be the same old thing, different day. It's like Groundhog's Day. Same old thing, different day. It keeps on coming up and coming up and coming up. And you're just thinking, you know what, this isn't for me. This isn't right. And I don't want to be here anymore. But that's because you haven't broken those chains. Now you're starting to. Now, whether these chains fall apart and you are completely free to move forward, or for some of you, it's slowly breaking the chains, slowly working through them to be able to move towards your truth. That's still a huge accomplishment. People usually stay chained to what everybody else expects of them, to what everybody else desires of them, and never claim their truth, never claim their power. This is what you're doing. And as you do so for your finance and your career, you're going to see that it becomes easier to take this leap of faith towards what you want. The 7 of Cups, the 8 of Pentacles, and the Magician card are your clarifying cards. Clarify. Visualize, visualize, visualize. And I know you're probably rolling your eyes because most people do when I say visualize. And it's like, listen, I read the book, I saw it on Oprah, it doesn't work. And I don't have anything against Oprah at all. But, we had this huge visualization, movement. And people thought, okay, if you just believe it, it will start to happen. What it's saying here is the first person you have to lie to, that you can be successful, that you can overcome every single ounce of negativity that was put on you when you were growing up, that kept you down, that kept you, small. And it could be intentionally or it could be unintentionally. It could have been that, these people really, really believed what they were saying, that you can't fly too high. And I'm not saying, again, that you fly so high like Icarus, that you fall and you crash. But be like Daedalus. Know the limitations of yourself. Know what you can do, but visualize where it is that you want to be. He visualized his freedom. He visualized claiming his life, claiming back his power, to be the person that he wanted to be. And that's what you're doing here. See it, believe it, and then work your tuchus off to get there. Work your tush off to get to where it is that you want to be, where it is that you need to be. The Eight of Pentacles is all about hard work. It's all about dedication of self. It's all about moving forward. It's creating what it is that you want. You are determined to create the life that you have envisioned for yourself. Now, whether that be that you can quit your job and be able to either start your own business or go to a job that you love, sometimes it's that paycheck that gives you the ability to have the money to move forward towards things that you really want to do. So it's working things out. It's being smart. That's what you're doing, Capricorn. That's what you're doing, Cancer. You are being smart and you are moving forward, claiming your power. People are going to start taking notice of you. The magician is standing before the altar of your existence in the purple robes of majesty with the white on. That's purity of intention. That's also mourning everything that you have lost, every setback you have had, and saying, now it is my time to claim my power, to use my tools, the wand, passion and creativity, the sword, knowing your mind, the pentacle, wealth, and what you value as much as money. The cups, love. Now, when we talk about finance and career, this is also saying here with the King and Queen of Pentacles that you are letting into your life what you value as much as money. For some of you, it's going to be different than having that paycheck increased. Though, you know what, nobody would balk at that. That would be lovely. But what I'm seeing here is it's a claiming of what's the most important thing to you, Cancer. And as you do so, you start to break this winter. You start to claim what it is that you know and what it is that you need. Visualization, knowing your mind, transformation of passion, and taking that leap of faith. Yeah. Embrace what you love, because it's going to help you claim where it is that you want to be, where it is that you stand. Your subconscious message, the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is love. You have Venus here. You have to do it with passion. You have to do it with passion, Cancer. That passion is going to lead you forward. That love, that ability to care and to nurture your dreams and the dreams of people around you is one of your greatest attributes. And this is not saying that these 15 days are all about taking care of other people. No, you've done enough of that. It's about taking care of yourself. It's about moving forward in that truth, moving forward in the ability to get to where it is that you want to be and sharing what you love with others. Okay? Your determination is going to lead you forward. Your prosperity and your passion is going to break the chains and have people take notice of you. It could be all at once, but it's going to be much more slowly. For a lot of you Cancers, it's going to be a slow go as you claim your power. Visualize, visualize, visualize. I can't emphasize it enough. Because you have to believe it. You have to believe that you can have this prosperity that's coming. And then you have to work your tush off in order to get there and to claim your power. You're knowing your mind, but you're doing so slowly. This is also saying that there's a message that's coming to you to help you know where it is that you stand, to help you know what it is that you want, to help you work harder and be able to see more clearly where it is that you want to be. Passion and taking that leap of faith. But you're going through a transformation. And it can even be that a lot of you are questioning your career, questioning the path that you're on, looking at things differently. All right? Because you are claiming a truth and you are having to take that leap of faith towards where it is that you truly want to be and towards what it is you truly want to have in your life. All right, Cancer. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. If you've made it all the way to the end of this reading, bravo. I've absolutely enjoyed spending this time with you. Thank you for giving this video a thumbs up. Also, thank you for subscribing to my channel. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I'll be reading for you all real soon. Bye.